So what's good, YouTube? I'm here making this. Was it my 6th month or my 7th month? But it's my final video. It's been 6 or 7 months since I had my surgery. Um, I know a lot of people asked for me to make a follow-up video over my overall recovery and how things turned out for me. And on the bright side, things turned out real good, like super good. But then there are some negatives. But I accumulated 5 different things to help people through the long journey, because I felt like once you recover, once you hit your 60-day mark, it's just a gray area. Like, not too much information is held about, or not too much information is known about the recovery after that. So I just feel like it's a lot of gray area. You look at videos online and you see people about to have the surgery. You see people going through the surgery, 24 hours after the surgery, 2 weeks after the surgery, 6 weeks after surgery. But there's not that much information about people that are like months past the surgery. But I'll start with it. My first thing that I remember that I did was my diet changed. So I stopped eating as much dairy. I stopped eating a lot of fried foods. I stopped doing a lot of things. Now, mind you, when I had my surgery, again, I said that I was 262, and before my surgery, and I was so scared to eat, and the pain of having a bowel movement was so painful that I think I dropped down to like 229 or 228 or something like that. It was either like 235 or 225 to 235. It was always fluctuating within that range. But yeah, I think I was like 229 the last time I actually checked. And then that's when I noticed things. Once my pain level of my bowel movements went down and my tolerance for the pain got better, I started to eat more. So, of course, I gained more weight. I don't know if that was water weight. I don't know what that was that I shedded, but I shedded it within like 3 to 4 weeks. Like, it was gone. You know what I'm saying? But I go back to dieting. In a sense of, like I said, I stopped with the fried foods, I stopped with the sweets, I stopped with a lot of things. Now, naturally, your body is going to, like, almost want to fight you because it's so used to those, like, the dopamine and endorphins and all that stuff that's being shot out when you're having something that's stimulating and good. But I don't know why our body does that, but when it's time for us to actually do hard work or, like, go on a diet, our body fights us. But I realized that by me eating better, it made the bowel movements feel better. And it's hard to explain. It's just that I know that if I was eating tacos, I live in San Antonio, so there's a lot of Mexican restaurants around here because this is their culture. So if I was eating Mexican food or if I was eating a lot of fried foods, my chances of being constipated or my chances of passing all that food was great. But and when I say great, it was like, okay, if I eat a Subway sandwich compared to three tacos, enchilada, rice and beans, like, you're gonna have a bowel movement and you're gonna secrete both of those out, but one of them is gonna feel way more heavier than the other. You get what I'm saying? So my diet changed. My diet changed dramatically. Um, I think that a lot of people, I'm marking stuff down, so I'm sorry. I'm trying to make notes to hit on all the topics. But I think my post pain was something that fluctuated. It was days or weeks that I felt good, and one bad meal, one wrong exercise, one standing for too long, situation or scenario would just like trigger my whole body, and then I would have a bowel movement that was so painful that I couldn't do nothing. Like, I couldn't do nothing at all. So there is gonna be pain after the surgery. I'm not talking like 6 weeks. I'm not talking 2 months. I'm not talking 3 months. Like, I'm 7 months and I still feel pain. There's times where I have bowel movements and I know, like, man, I shouldn't have ate that. And it comes out bad and I wipe, and although I don't feel the sharp pain of my fissure or whatever, I still might see a drop or two of blood. And I don't know if that's because of I still have what do you call them, skin tags, or if it's just my body, because I still have internal hemorrhoids. So when I had my surgery, I had the external ones removed, but I still have my internal hemorrhoids. So I don't know if those are the internal hemorrhoids having pain. I don't know what it is. My doctor pretty much told me that based on like my lifestyle, how I was eating and everything, that I would most likely have to take Metamucil for the rest of my life, just to stabilize my colon and just to stabilize that I was getting the correct amounts of fiber. So before I had my surgery, my doctor put me on like a 4 week dieting thing, and I didn't take it serious. I'm like, what the hell? I'm supposed to have this surgery. I was supposed to have the surgery a year ago, but COVID happened. So I'm like, I should have been had this surgery. You know what I mean? So what is 4 weeks gonna do? And I didn't take it serious. So when it was time for my surgery, she weighed me and I weighed more, and she was like, you're not gonna take it serious. So if you're gonna continue to eat like this, not only are you gonna have to take Metamucil for the rest of your life, but your chances of diabetes and like blood things and all this stuff will increase. Now I'm not like a fat guy, but I have some weight on me. I'm 6'4", I'm 262. So like if you saw me, you wouldn't necessarily think fat, but by like biometrics and like BMI and like body fat, I'm obese. You know what I mean? So I feel it. You know what I mean? I might not look it, but I feel it. So over these past few months, I've been trying to work out, and that's what leads me to my next topic. You need to work out. I don't care if it's like walking. I don't care if it's like strength training. To me, I'm not a doctor, so I can't tell you what to do. But I would not recommend squatting, bicycling, um, anything that's like lower legs and bending right then, because that stress is no joke. And when I say the stress of like if you're squatting and you like, oh, this weight ain't that much, and you put some more weight on and you're straining, your chances of having a hemorrhoid greatly improve, because they literally say that if you have a hemorrhoid, your chances of having another one reoccur are higher than somebody that never had it. You get what I'm saying? So just control your diet and move. You know what I mean? I have an Apple Watch, so I'm always trying to burn calories. If I can burn 1,000 calories a day, then that helps me with my dieting. Because if there are days that I do cheat, there's days that I want a Whataburger. I'm from Texas. There's days where I want barbecue. I'm from Texas. And if I cheat that day, but I've walked or I've accumulated over 900 calories throughout the day, I won't feel so bad, because I know that tomorrow I'm not going to starve myself, but I'm going to try to stay within a caloric deficit for that week. They say that if you're, like, I have a calculator, everything. So, it says that by my weight and my activity level, I need to have at least 2,000 calories a day. So I calculate that for a week, and I'm like, I need to stay within this. You know what I'm saying? Because you can lose 2 pounds of weight eating 2,000 calories. Now, of course, I might eat 3, but if I'm burning 900, it drops it back down. You get what I'm saying? So, again, I'm not a doctor. I'm not recommending anything. I'm just telling you what worked for me. A lot of people ask the question, so I'm just trying to give them a general statement. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of people need to be realistic about the results. Like a lot of people hit me up about like skin tags and stuff like that. And I don't know your situation. I still have one skin tag, and it's dropped in size, but it's still there. You get what I'm saying? And I was kind of like bummed out, and I was kind of like literally, I was kind of bummed out, but I was kind of embarrassed. You know what I mean? But nobody's back there, so a lot of people don't know about it. Like nobody knows about it. You know what I'm saying? Well, my family knows about it by me telling them, but other than that, like nobody's back there. So like, I only notice it when I wipe. So if I wipe too hard and it hits that area, or I get some cheap toilet paper and I wipe that area, I can feel the uncomfortableness of that. I would say that the sensations back there are different based off of, like I said, wiping feels different. If I take a hot shower, a hot bath, there is like a slight itch. It's not like a, it's not like a, it's almost like a dry skin itch. It's not like, I don't know how to describe it. I'm trying to describe the itch. It's not like you know how you get a mosquito bite and it's like an annoying itch? It's almost like you scratch and you scratch. And in reality, with a mosquito bite, the more you scratch, the more you make it worse, the more you make it pronounced. And that's kind of how I feel when I take hot showers, or if I wipe too hard, or you know what I mean. Like I might wipe too hard, having a bowel movement, and then get in a hot shower, cause it soothes my body. But then when I get out, the area is just so like dried and inflamed that it's like going through all kinds of like crazy stuff. So I remember joining a site and somebody recommending like diaper rash and calmoseptine, and I use those every now and then, and they actually work. So I would highly say get some of that stuff. I got mine off of Amazon. It's called calmoseptine, CALMOSEPTINE. Works magic. Um, don't my last thing is don't have constipation, and if you can strengthen your pelvic floor, like that's the main negative thing that I'm dealing with right now. Because again, I'm a guy, I'm not worried about pelvic floor, but if you can strengthen your pelvic floor before you go into this, the recovery process of after this will be easier. Because with me, what happened was like I was in so much pain and I dealt with so much. Like I said, it literally felt like I was passing a bowling ball through door pee hole. You know what I mean? Like a door peep hole. You know what I mean? And like just imagining like that ripping and feeling and burning and all that. But well, what happened was that area was so inflamed, and I would like kind of barely wipe it and jump in the tub. That after that, I wasn't like strengthening that area to like close. So of course I would go to sleep at night and the area would naturally close. But when I would have a bowel movement again, it was almost like I was teaching my body to not like recover. You get what I'm saying? Like my body naturally recovers, but like it wasn't like I wasn't doing it on my own. I'm in pelvic floor therapy right now. So kind of weird when a guy like my size goes into an OBGYN facility at the VA. I'm a veteran. And it's like women that are pregnant and women that are like, you know what I mean, dealing with all kind of like women issues, pap smears and all that. And I like go into like I sign in and I'm like I have an appointment at 3. You know what I mean? But I'm in pelvic floor therapy, so they teach me exercises of like when I'm laying in bed how to like angle my feet. You know what I mean? So that way like it can trigger the pelvic floor muscles to like start working. I didn't know guys could do Kegel. I thought that was a woman thing. I thought that was like a vaginal thing. I didn't know that it was like actually in the anus. Because the thing with me was I felt like I was getting UTIs after my surgery. And when I say UTIs, I mean like bad ones. Like I thought like, oh, I was taking a bath in a dirty tub, which wasn't the case. I would scrub the tub clean. I thought when I was taking showers that the water was coming from the shower head wasn't good, so I would like soak the shower head. I thought that I was allergic to um, laundry detergent, so I would change laundry detergents because that area was just so inflamed. And what I noticed was when I would have a bad bowel movement, or when I would have a bowel movement that like it didn't even have to be bad, it just had to be a substantial bowel movement. When I would have a bowel movement like that, um, and then again I would get in the tub and I wasn't really working on my pelvic floor. That pressure, because again the pelvic floor runs from your pelvis, which is like under your stomach, all the way behind your anus. So it messes with the genitals. So if you're a woman, your vagina, man, penis, and that area was so tight. So like when I would pee, it was literally feeling like I was like letting a little bit out, but the pressure of me having to pee was so great that it didn't line up with the opening. So imagine like again like a water hose being clamped, and then when you finally like open it a little bit, it just goes crazy because it's so much pressure on it. And that's what I realized. So I started to like hone in on what was going on, and I would have a bowel movement. I remember one time in particular, I had a bowel movement, and I ate something like I knew that this was gonna like cause a big bowel movement. Cause like I said, I don't know if I'm lactose intolerant. I mean, I don't know, but I ate like I went to a Mexican restaurant. I ate like a buffet. I ate all the food I could eat. Then I ate ice cream. You know what I mean? and I was just waiting on it. And when it came, and I was like, okay. And like I said, I've been through hell with these bowel movements, so nothing that I face now could be worse than what it was before, when I was recovering. And I had a bowel movement, and it was painful, but it wasn't like the other pain. And I was seated. Now, while I'm having a bowel movement, like before I urinate. I don't know why I urinate. I don't know if this is too much information, but I'm just trying to help somebody. So I urinate, then I have my bowel movement, and then but the urination before, easy. I have my bowel movement. The moment that I have my bowel movement and I feel the pain of the burning and like the uncomfortable feeling, I urinate again. This time it burns. And I'm like, what the heck is this? You know what I'm saying? So like my mind goes to like bad places. It's your genitals. It's burning. I'm a guy. Oh, I hope I don't have any STD. But I'm not out here having sex. Like, you know what I mean? Like crazy. I'm not out here doing nothing crazy. And so my mind is like, can you have STDs for months in the past? And I go on Google, you go on WebMD, and it's like, you can have gonorrhea and not know it and carry it and then be sterile. So like my mind goes into a frenzy. So I go to the VA, I get tested, no STDs. I go and get tested for white blood cells. My white blood cell count is normal. I tell the doctor that at night I get urinary frequency where I got to urinate a lot. You know what I mean? And then I start drinking. Then what I started noticing was I would put heat on my stomach or like the pelvic area, and it would like calm my body down. Then I would go and use the restroom. I was fine. You know what I mean? And I digress. During the time that I was going for the STD checks and everything, I don't know what it is in regular hospitals, but in the VA, they treat you for that. So if you go for STD, whether you have it or not, they will treat you for it just in case your results come back like a day or two and you have it. Because worst case scenario, you're already fighting it when your results come back. So I was taking antibiotics, you know what I mean? And I didn't need to take antibiotics. You get what I'm saying? So I think I did that twice in this 7-month span. So what I would have to do after my antibiotics, because nothing was wrong with me, was I would have to take yogurt. Like I would have to eat yogurt to get my antibiotic, like my gut health back up. You get what I'm saying? So it was just like a catastrophe. But like I started to realize. So now I'll have a bowel movement and I feel that feeling. And I'm like, nah, nothing's wrong with me. Like I don't believe nothing's wrong with me. Take a shower, do Kegel exercises, stretch, get heating pads, lay down, watch my favorite show, and hydrate. And then I'll drink about like the little 32-ounce. I have like a water bottle. I'll drink 3 of those. I'll go pee. I'm fine. You get what I'm saying? So pelvic floor. I don't know if anybody else is dealing with pelvic floor, but that's something that a lot of people don't talk about. Maybe a lot of people don't deal with. But I'm telling you, like as a result of my surgery, that's like the one thing that I wish was like discussed. Like this is a possibility. My doctor or like her assistant doctor tried to wean it off on me like, oh, you probably had pelvic floor issues before the surgery, and because you had the surgery, they were brought to light. Well, if that was the case, I wish that was something that was that could have been discussed, so that way I know what it's going to be like to recover and deal with that. You get what I'm saying? Like that's like saying like, oh, you have we're treating a dislocated shoulder, but you also have a broken wrist. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, you're treating my shoulder because that needs help, but then I'm also have to get to this. You get what I'm saying? So it was just like, why didn't nobody mention this? So now I'm in physical therapy. I've only done 1 session, but I have another session on December 8th with the VA. So yeah, I've only known those few exercises right now, but I plan on working out. I've already lost since that time. Like I said, I gained weight, or I lost weight within the 2 or 3 months, and then I gained that weight back within 2 months. So then I'm dropping weight. So I'm down 10 pounds. So I think I went back to 255. So I'm at 245. So I'm dropping weight. So I'm just trying to get myself back in a healthy state, get more energy, eat better. You know what I'm saying? I've noticed that my energy levels have went up. I've noticed that my sleep is improving. So all that stuff that they say about working out and eating right, that's true. You know what I'm saying? Because even when I was losing weight, when I wasn't eating with the surgery, I felt bad because my body was so hungry, but my mind had like blocked out all the reason in my mind. So it was like my body was like, "You're starving," but my mind was telling me, "You eat this food, you won't have to poop it out." And the pain of me knowing and the anxiety of me knowing about that, I would eat peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and that would last me all day. I mean, it wouldn't last me. My body would be hungry, but I could like. It's amazing what the human body and brain does when it's like under stress or when it's scared. Like that peanut butter and jelly sandwich would last me all day, and then I would drink like hot tea at night, and then I'll be out. You know what I'm saying? So I was low key starving myself because I was scared of the pain. So I would not recommend that to anybody. Eat your food. This is just something that you got to go through to get better. You know what I mean? Because I would eat soup and still have to poop that out. And even if it came out liquidy, like it was painful. You know what I mean? Like you can pass gas, you can fart. It's still gonna be painful. You know what I'm saying? So this is just something that people are gonna have to go through. I pray that everybody recovers from this the right way. I pray that people learn from this. Um, I was kind of skeptical of making these videos because I realized that when I looked online, there wasn't a lot of minorities talking about this. There wasn't a lot of men talking about this. There wasn't a lot of young men talking about this. I have grandparents, and like my grandma, she had like 8 kids, and she had hemorrhoids, but she never had them this bad. And when I went into my surgery clinic to like get pre-screened for surgery, most of the patients in there were like in their 60s. So it just made me feel like, damn, what am I doing with my life? But little did I know, like you could work out and get hemorrhoids. You can have a baby and get hemorrhoids. You can ride bikes and get hemorrhoids. All those are like natural, or all those are like events that you wouldn't think would cause hemorrhoids, but they cause them. You know what I'm saying? You can sit like one of my worst things that I used to do was I would I would do fantasy football, and I would do my DraftKings and my FanDuels and all that on the toilet for like the week coming up, or I would like check new movies or check Twitter, and it was like time to like get away from what was outside and family lives and my dogs and all, you know what I mean, and just like have that 10-15 minutes to myself, and then but now when I have bowel movements, I think the most I'll probably sit down now is 6 minutes. After that, once it drops, I'm off. I'm gone. I'm gone. And I got a squatty potty. I'm 6'4", so again, regular squatty potties, I gotta kind of push my squatty potty out. But when I say it comes out easy, it comes out easy. You know what I'm saying? So just be mindful of those things. I didn't know where to take this video, but I knew that a lot of people needed it. Just make sure you have a good surgeon and they talk to you about the pros and cons, like if you do or don't. You know what I'm saying? Mine was getting so worse that if I would have kept going the way I was going, eating the way I was eating, I probably would have had a rectal prolapse. You know what I'm saying? So just focus on yourself. During that time, when you have your surgery, make sure you have somebody around you that cares for you and that can help you be mentally stable. Like, don't have nobody around you that you're gonna argue with. Don't have nobody around you that will get mad at you and leave you stranded. Because I'm telling you, like, I'm a strong mental person. I done seen a lot of stuff. I done been in the military. I was a certified firefighter. I've seen stuff, but my lowest was dealing with this pain because it's almost like nobody knows what you're dealing with but you. You get what I'm saying? So no doctor, no girlfriend, boyfriend, no child, no nothing. Nobody knows that pain that you're dealing with but you, because you're the one that's having to go through it. So Just stay strong mentally. Read books. Get your favorite show ready. Um, um, Mood board. Like, you know what I mean? Like, start planning for things when you get better. You know what I mean? Like, that's what helped me get prepared and get better, I guess. Because it was times where like the pain was so excruciating that like it was probably like 2 weeks where I was like, I'm mad at the world, I'm pissed off. Um, not overdosing, but like these pills ain't enough. I need more. I'm going through cold sweats because I'm fighting withdrawals now because I'm just taking pills because it's like, you know how they tell you like take the medicine even if you don't feel pain because you want to keep on schedule. And I was doing that knowing that like my pain wasn't that high. It was only during bowel movements. But I didn't know when bowel movements were coming. I didn't know when bowel movements were coming, so I would take the medicine around the clock, not knowing that that would get me constipated because it's an opioid. But that was I'm pretty sure I got constipated during my surgery, and not my surgery, but during my recovery, and that was excruciating. Do not. I tell people in the comment section, do not get constipated. I promise you. You want to have a smooth recovery? Hydrate, drink your fibers, put cream on there, ice, heat, do all that. But do not get constipated because that's when your life is going to change. I promise you. That's when your life is going to be like, I can't do this. You know what I mean? So that's pretty much all I had to say. I'll comment on I'll comment on this video and my other videos. This is probably like the last time that I'll speak about this because I really don't have nothing else to say. I'm just improving. Although I might do a video if I decide to get the skin tag removed because they say that it's not painful, but it's still somebody cutting something off my butt. So I don't know. You know what I mean? So God bless. I hope y'all had a good Thanksgiving. Wishing y'all a Merry Christmas. Sorry if the quality is low. I promised people that I was going to have this done by this weekend. But I had a crazy weekend with Thanksgiving and Black Friday. So, excuse me. So I made this video now. So good luck. Stay prayed up. I love y'all.